trip to Scotland. Here we are at the airport in Seville waiting to get our airplane, and here is Bonnie Scotland, and it was amazingly green. Yeah, it was really freshly green because it was in May that we went over and spring had just sprung. Beautiful. Down here I'm in Scotland, I'm in Aberdeen. This is the Westburn Park. And there's the Westburn. Flows down there. Comes down there. There's a couple of pools. We used to play up there when we were kids. There's like paddling pools. No one paddles there anymore. Everyone now goes to the Algarve. But it's so green coming from Seville. It's so incredibly green here. And yeah, the Westburn is a burn that comes right through, and it goes right through the Aberdeen, the St Aberdeen, but it's mostly underground. And there's a part where it goes underground here. And the rain, it was raining, so I came in to get some shelter. But this is one of these amazing trains. Yeah, I'll voice over this because you can hardly hear me. Yeah, I made it just for a sound design of sound recording. I've got my recorder with me, my Sony recorder. So I make a little recording here and get a sound capture of the sound of the burn, the stream going under the ground. And here I am setting the levels on the recorder to get a good sound. Yeah, so that was the first day we arrived, and it was beautiful and green. You can see there, look, that's a hawthorn tree. You see it was in blossom. It was just that time of year. It was so green, it was beautiful. Anyway, that was the first day we arrived, and the next day we had to go and get fitted for kilts for the wedding. So we're going to a wedding, so we got the traditional Scottish wear, you know, which is a kilt.
A little bit thrown to Cameron as well, because he's more of a novice than you are, but it'll serve as a refresher for you as well. So it's also all the way up. And then these are called flashes. They are elastic garters that hold your socks up. These are.
So it was really something for my son Cameron getting the first time wearing a kilt and stuff, really good. And then later that day we headed down to Glasgow where the wedding would be, and that's me with my mum and my son on the way down. That's Stirling Castle, which was on the way down, and just took a photo of it from the car. And that's such an incredible history, Stirling Castle. And we got to Glasgow, so we spent the evening in Glasgow, and the next morning we went up and we had a walk around this park. It was really green as well, and we ended up falling in mud and everything. We thought, oh no, we better get back. We had to get ready for the wedding, so we went and got changed. We got dressed up in the hotel room with our kilts and stuff, ready to head down to the wedding. And then, yeah, there we are, the two of us, all suited out, kilted out. And then you get your skiing do, which is this dagger that goes in your sock that you're supposed to carry around. And then to the wedding. And that was a beautiful, typical Scottish wedding, all the people going crazy and that. And there we are in our kilts, and we were the handsomest pair at the wedding. And here you can see they're quite mad. The groom is they're cutting the cake with a claymore, which is this massive Scottish sword that Rob Roy McGregor used to use, and then no one would reach him. He was so tall with that long sword, no one could cut him up. And then it was typical at the wedding, you know, then you have the dance, and the bride and groom, that's my niece, having the dance, and then all the families are dancing. There's my mum with my son, and my sister and my dad were all there dancing. So it was really great, typical Scottish wedding. So after all the craziness of the wedding, the next day we went back to Aberdeen, then we got the train down to Edinburgh, and this is crossing over the Firth of Tay, and that's Dundee, the city of Dundee, the famous city of Dundee, crossing over a really old railway bridge over the Firth of Tay. It was beautiful. Then after crossing the Tay, you go through Fife, and then you cross over the Firth of Forth into Edinburgh, and that's another long bridge. It was a wonder of the modern world in the Victorian times when it was built, the Forth Rail Bridge, and then into Edinburgh. of Edinburgh, but when we were there, it was actually raining, and so it was a good opportunity to make some more field recording of the beautiful sound of the rain. The next day, although it was raining, we got the bus and we went to the museum and we saw the Lewis chess pieces, which are these amazing old chess pieces that were made by Scandinavians. And the Queen is amazing because the Queen's like, she looks really bored waiting for all these guys to finish their game. There she is, the Queen. And these were found, dug up from a hoard. And then, well, after that, we're just back to the airport and back to Spain. Hope you enjoyed our visit to beautiful Scotland, bonny Scotland.